Hi all. In this talk, I want to give an overview of conics. I shall not be committing that popular mistake of studying conics directly on the Cartesian plane. Let us first try to know what conic is. There are many regular curves in a plane. A beautiful book called Remarkable Curves by Mere Publishers gives many interesting curves in a plane. I do not remember the author. Three of those regular plane curves are called ellipse, parabola, and hyperbola. I shall first tell why these three curves are given a common name. After some time, you will know why the common name is conic. Ellipse, parabola, and hyperbola are given common name because all the three can be constructed in exactly the same way. What is that way? A fixed line and a fixed point not on the line are given. Together, they fix a plane, a unique plane. If a point moves in this plane such that the distances of this point from the fixed point and the fixed line is always in the same ratio, then that curve will be an ellipse or a parabola or a hyperbola. The construction is done by using the properties of similar triangles. The construction procedure is available in the book Conics by Besant. Now, how do we know whether the curve formed will be an ellipse or parabola or hyperbola? That will be decided by the fixed ratio. If the fixed ratio is greater than 1, we get a hyperbola. If the fixed ratio is less than 1, we get an ellipse. If the fixed ratio is 1, we get parabola. For all the three kinds of conics, some terms are implied. Axis, vertex, ordinate, double ordinate, latus rectum, tangent, normal, chord, and focal chord. The fixed line, the fixed point, and the fixed ratio that are responsible for the existence of conic are respectively called directrix, focus, and eccentricity. Please note that ellipse and hyperbola have two directrices and two vertices and two axes. Parabola has only one. Also note that ellipse is closed whereas the two bolas are open. Also, hyperbola has two symmetric wings, only hyperbola. All the three kinds of conics have some common properties which can be grouped into four categories: tangent properties, normal properties, chord properties, focal chord property. Just for idea, I shall give example of each of these four kinds of properties. Chord property. If any straight line meets directrices, the 4 points are always related in the same way. Tangent property. Point of contact, focus, and the point where tangent meets directrix forms right angle. Focal chord property. Tangents at the end of focal chords meet on the directrix. More common properties are available in the book by Besant. Now, Apollonius has shown around the time of Euclid that these conics and their so-called degenerations are sections of infinite double cone, including the so-called special case of ellipse, which is a circle. That is why they are called conics. This is the second way of looking at conics, as sections of right cone. Apollonius' book on conics is the only study on conics. Conics were again studied in modern times due to physicists' needs. Parabola by Galileo, ellipse by Kepler, and hyperbola by Boyle. While there are properties which are common to all the three conics, There are properties which are unique to each of the three kinds of conics. I shall call them the characteristics properties of each of the three conics. One characteristic property of each of the three conics is selected and used to define the three conics. This is the third definition of conics called focal definition, because the property used for definition involves focus of the conics. Now let us bring these conics onto the Cartesian plane. Descartes made a sweeping statement that every first degree general equation in two variables is a straight line, and every second degree general equation in two variables is a conic or their degenerations or a circle on the Cartesian plane. There is a particular adopted form for the general second degree equation in two variables for certain reason, and we all know it. And we also know the so-called S notation. It is interesting and necessary exercise to establish the conditions for general second degree equation in two variables to represent various conics, their degenerations and circle, including the standard forms and canonical forms. Please try to get the meaning of standard forms and canonical forms of conics. I am not telling them. There are certain inquiries which can be made commonly for all the three conics on the Cartesian plane. I shall list 12 of them here. 1. What are the standard canonical forms of the three conics? What are the other canonical forms? 2. 2. What are the directrices, foci, axis, vertices, lattice rectum and double ordinate of all the conics? 3. What are the parametric equations of the conics? 4. How would you find if a point in the plane of a conic is in or on or off the conic? 5. What is chord of a conic with a given midpoint? 6. What is the chord connecting 2 points on a conic? 7. What is the tangent at a point on a conic and its slope? 8. What is the condition for a line to be a tangent of a conic? 9. From the exterior of a conic, what is the chord of contact and the pair of tangents? 10. What is director circle? 11. What is the normal at a point of a conic? 12. From a point on the plane of a conic, how many normals can be drawn? Some of these 12 inquiries are applicable to circle also. The other properties of conics can be studied individually for each conic. For each conic, circle, line, pair of straight lines on the Cartesian plane. Please note that line of first degree general equation and that line of second degree general equation are different algebraically, though same geometrically. Rectangular hyperbola may be studied separately as it has some special properties. A good book for conics in Cartesian plane is Analytical Conics by Barry Spain. Thank you.